Hello all, welcome again in Java City, and here we are in journey of learning Java in depth. This is part 3 Java video tutorial series of Java classes. In part 1 we have studied concrete class and Apollo class. In a part 2 we have studied abstract class and interface. And this part 3 we are going to study inner class, static inner class, local method inner class, anonymous class and a singleton class. Guys, these all classes are quite important for making a wonderful Java application, and these all have a very little difference. So based on requirement we have to use a type of class because each class has certain merits, and this tutorial basically to study the merits of a class because classes we have already studied in a previous tutorial. Sometimes we require a security purpose and we want to hide a number of fields which are private, and we want to restrict the access of these fields. Sometimes we want to restrict the number of objects to be for a particular class. So these are all about talking about the inner class. It is a simple inner class which is kept inside outer class, and we are just taking the benefits of hiding all the private fields, and we are just calling an object of inner class, and we are doing all the things. So we will study in a tutorial. Anonymous class is a simple class where the class object is created without any class name at the time of requirement. Also, talking about the singleton class, this class restricts the number of objects to be created, and when I especially talking about the database application and a very secure financial transaction application, this class plays a very important pivotal role, so need to study very in depth. So we are going to study all these classes through the combination of theory and a practical. So let's go ahead and try to understand all the classes types and its merits. So stay tuned with Java City and let's go ahead.
So let's try to understand what is inner class and what are its benefits, why we are using inner class. So these classes used to collect required members at one place. When we want to hide class fields, inner class can access these members to be used for desired purpose. Also we can call other class methods at one place that can be used with object of a inner class. We cannot create a class with access modifier private. So to hide private members of a class, and if these private variables are needed, use private inner class. So inner class mean to say it is something, a class which is located inside a outer class. And why we are creating this class? Just to performing a specific work. Sometimes we want to hide the fields of our outer class from the access of our outer world, and in a certain methods in a sometime we also require the fields. So how we can achieve this? We simply create a inner class and a method inside the inner class. Since this is located inside a class, so simply this will access all the private members also, because as per the private access modifier definition, it can reach or it is accessible up to class only. So anything which is inside a class can access the private fields, and the method of an inner class may be made public. So by creating an instance of an inner class and its method calling will simply enable us to reach of the values or perform a certain task. Okay, but we can hide the actual fields and its values. So this is the specific use of this inner class. Also in a method inside the inner class, we can call sometime out other class also. To perform a certain task, we are simply calling so many times the classes of a Java library, also third party APIs, and we are performing certain tasks. So suppose we want to hide all the things from the outer world, and we are simply showing the result of things we can achieve by doing so. So in an inner field and its method, we are just simply doing all the things, and from the outer world we are calling the object of an inner method, inner class, and calling its method. We can show the result by calling the private field of a outer class, maybe inside inner class, whatever, but no one can access the fields of outer class or even the private methods, or even the inner class will be private also, because if suppose we want to create a private class, it can't be outer class, but inside a outer class we can create an inner private class also. So these all the things we will see in a practical. So levels of understanding inner class, I have just created this project in a previous class tutorials. So here is a car class. So what we have to do, this is a class, and here we have to create a private fields. So create a class and its private fields need to be private, and these private fields will be accessible to class only, and this will not be accessible to the outer world. But how we can use these fields, let us see. So let first create a private fields. So what may be these fields? First is a name and a number of wheels, or maybe a color. So this is a car, so this is a private field. String name, number of wheels, this certainly will be in field, and private string color. So these are the three fields, and suppose we want to hide this, so that's why we have kept these fields private. And here we have to create a method. First we have to create a class. So inside a car class we have created another inner class, that is my car class. Okay, so this you can see. First let me eliminate this word, and this may be public also. There is no need to create a public class inside a class, but let us do. And this is a public inner class, and here also we have created a three fields. This is my car fields. Okay, so these are also private string my car model, that is a car name, and here is my car model, and there is a number of wheels, so here a wheel size, and here that was a color, so here a color shade. Okay, so these three fields have been created here. Later we will discuss why I have created a string text. Okay, so now inside this inner class we have created another method, inner class method, and this will be show my car detail. So simply car inside a my car inside a car, and my car detail inside a my car class. Now from here we can call the private fields of a outer class. So here we have to create an object of a outer class. You can see car is a new car. This is an object of a outer class, and this is a object of inner class. My car is new my car. Now let me initialize this. Okay, so this is instance field, so you can see from it can be initialized from the instance. So here you can see car dot name is suppose Mahindra, and car dot number of wheels. Okay, these are fours, and car dot color is black. So this is the fields of a fields initialization of a outer class, and these are the fields initialization of a in a class my car dot my car model. Here it is my car model. This is Scorpio, and my car dot my car wheel size is 100, and this may be of any unit, maybe centimeter inch. Later we can use in a, this should be in a 1 meter dia, just expected. So this may be a centimeter, and my car dot my car color shade, this may be a dark, okay, or a light black, you may say. You can see, okay. So this is a light black. Now later we'll see why I have written. I have for a calling of as we have studied in read in a slide that we can call outer class also. So here I have created another outer class, that is MS Office file, and by this class or by this project what we are doing, we are understanding inner class. Also I am doing one thing, is I am using a Apache POI for printing out the results of this class in a Microsoft Office file format, and here I have used docs extension file format. And Apache POI is a something Apache POI is used for interface of Java programming with MS Office files formats. And here this API has a number of components which we will see later. So let me first try to understand what is inner class. So this is the outer class object which we are calling here. Now you can see this is the inner class my car, and this is inner class method, and here we have called the outer class fields, inner class fields, and this is outer class objects, and all things we have called here. And now suppose we want to, so I have created outer side a string text. Now let we are printing out the things, and this is a outer class object. You can see here this is demo object of this MS Office file, and this is Apache POI. You can see, okay. So these are the things which are various things we can do. So I have simplified all the things. I have in MS Office, this is a very simple functioning. This is a document, my doc, XWPF document. This is object of this one. This is a XML word processor format document, and this is simply used to create a document of type docs, docx extension, and you may say 2007 onward Microsoft Office or doc format. So it will print, we are simply creating object inside this one, and this is the Apache POI classes, and we are simply using the object of this one, and this is data. This will create a paragraph, and inside a paragraph this will be run, and this run is nothing but a simply collection of a text. You may say a string or a line, okay. Later we will explore more. So here run we have created, this is a part of paragraph, one line, and here is a string text, and this is a run list. You may say a string or a string list, run list it is, and we are simply writing doc. It means we are simply creating output stream and iterating through a list of tasks, and one by one we are iterating, traveling through a list. And now in a next, and we are doing what, it is added with a paragraph. One by one line it is created with paragraph, and this paragraph is aligned at center. Data, this data is what, this is XWPF paragraph, okay, data, and this is a paragraph of my doc. This is a document of type docx. So data dot set alignment, here it is aligned at center, and now at last what we are at, this is my doc dot write out, okay. So this is the output stream, and this is document of type docs. This is under try and catch block. This is for handling exception. It is a method convert. It is taking a parameter of type text and it is doing all the things. What it is doing, it is setting the line which is to be printed in a docs format. This is a line and this is dot create can and this run dot set text. This line of type, this is line of a paragraph which is to be written in a docs extension. Here the string provided is set in this line. So run dot add carriers written, this will do what? The run dot add carriers written will be simply change the line, you may say, whatever is set in this line, and this will change the line in a next line, from the next line. Next time it will call from the next line, so it will be more readable. And this is a car class. Now here I have used these two demo project that convert as discussed, just we have discussed, and we have, it is simply taking text and it is converting it, or it is putting in a run or a line of a printable format. Okay, now this is text. So here I have just first line is what? This is Java City, and in the next line which is practical session part lecture 5 part 3. Okay, this will again do the same, and now here it is card. Why it is showing alarm? Because it is a field is, this is card, this is object of outer class, and here we are calling field of outer class, this one. Okay, now you can see inside of a inner class method we are calling the private field of a outer class. Okay, and this is simply converted in a string, whatever it is, car dot name. This will be taken as a, what is the name of a car, what we have initialized here, Mahindra. So this will be, and this will be a gap, my car. Now it is inner class object, my car dot my car model. So this will be a something Scorpio and model. What model we have given? It is Scorpio, Mahindra Scorpio. Okay, now this is something added in a string, and again it will convert in a run. Now here car dot, let me again correct it, it is something some problem here. So this is a number of wheels. Okay, so this is a number of wheels. This will print out 4 and of size of wheels, or what are the size, let me see, this is, and again it will convert in this one. Now this is size is something, whatever it is in the slice, it is 100, and now again it is converting, doing so. This is added or padding string which is added just to make the answer or printable more readable. So is of car dot color black, my car dot color shade, okay, light, and again it is converting or doing so. Okay, now at last we are writing all the things whatever is. Now we are calling the method for writing this, you may say this one, this is writing doc, you may say this one. This will simply create a output stream, and this simply it will my doc dot write out. And now here the file which we are calling, okay, let me give the name. So this will be result of simply result dot docs. Okay, this we have taken a name of a file where we will see the result, and now the things have been, so all the things inside this one happened. Now we have to just call all the things. So you may say this is vehicle utility class, and this class have a main method. So this is a car. Car is a new car. It means we are creating object which we have created in a previous lecture, class 2 abstract class lecture in interface class. Now what we want to do, we have to create a object of a inner class. Now we have to create a object of a in a class. So this is a car class and this is a object, this is inside class. So this is my car, and suppose we are giving the name of object is my car, and now this is new, and this may be this may be either we can create a new, you can see, so this is a car which is not private and neither it is static, so this may be taken from the object of a car class. So the car dot new my car. Okay, so this is the instance serial class which is not static. It means the object of this my car will be created from each object of a outer class. So you can see now, and now we can call my car dot the method my car detail. This is a method of a inside. Okay, and also here you can see from the outer method, this is the outer class method my car detail. This is the capital M and this is a small m, you can see. And here in this method we are creating an object of an inner class, and this inner class method is again calling this one, this method. So we are simply calling this method, and this method will do what? Calling all the things, and it will call all the method, and from here it will print out all the things. Okay, later we restrict in the next again we will do what? We will restrict this method, we will make it private, and we will try to reach this one from the outer world by this outer class method. Okay, so you can see here this we have called the inner class method from an inner class object, and now we can see let me run it, and it should give the required or intended output in a docs file, and that name has given as a result dot docs. So let me try to run it. This laptop is, you can see whatever we have written there. This is the first string. Now this is practical session lecture 5 part 3, and this was the name of outer class Mahindra, and this is Scorpio, and this have 4 wheels, and the size of wheels are 100 centimeter and is of black color with light shade. Okay, this was all. You can modify as you require. This is a simple learning session of inner class. This may be decorated. Okay, so what next? Let me go ahead and try to make the inner class. Yes, I want to see this files later. Okay, so in a class you can see the outer class can't be created private. What will happen? Let us see. If it is private, there is no meaning of this class. Very clear to understand. So this class may be kept private. Okay, let us see. Okay, this is private. Okay, and now this is private. It means it is accessible to the class or inside a class. Now here the class this is outer class method, so there is no meaning of this we are doing so. Okay, now this is inner class, this one, this may be kept private. Okay, so this is private. Now you can see from the private class you can see all the fields which are here may be kept private. Now it is saying related problem. What is problem here? Okay, you may say this one. Why it is so? Because my car is private. Now it can't be accessed outside. So let me comment it out. So what I can do, Now, how can I call the method of this inner class? Because since it is a private class, so it the members of this class can't be reachable to outside. So how can what I can do, since we have to create a method in a outer class, and this is a method my car detail, this is a capital M, and here since it is a inside outer class, so this is also a member of inner class of outer class. So inside this class we can do all the things, we can call the inner class also. So here we have created a object of a inner class, my car, car1 is new my car, and this object is now calling inside the method of an inner class. Okay, and now from the outer side we will simply call this method, and this will do all the necessary things. Okay, you can see here it is, we have created object of this outer class. Now let me call this outer class method. You can see car dot, and this is the outer class method, and this outer, when we will call this outer class method, this outer class method will call inner class and inner class method, and it will accomplish all the tasks, and it will simply give the printout. So we can hide the private fields of outer class, also we can hide the inner class and inner class fields, and also whatever the outer other classes we have called and its working and methods, each things will be hidden, and we will only see the results. And here you can see how we can change it. So let me change in this one, result one. Okay, you can see now we are, for this we are taking the file result one, and let us calling car dot capital M. Okay, and now let me run it. It should create a new file result one, and it should do all the things whatever we have done previously, but now without calling inner class, we are simply hiding all the things, and this is the benefit of inner class. Also we have made inner class private, so we can't instantiate. You can see here it is created result one. So let us open it and see the result. Just wait. Okay, you can see. Okay, this is result one. You can see on the top, this is result one, and here all the things whatever we did in a past is now getting print out in another way. So this by this way we are achieving the task of creating in a class. So let's go ahead and try to understand another class. Next, in a class series, let me try to explore static inner class. So as the name suggests, static means stationary. And what do you mean by this? If the inner class is static, it means always it will be used with the class name, outer class name. So these are the inner class created with word static. Static class may have a static or non-static methods. Static class members will be actually shared among object of outer classes, including class private members. Each object of outer class may have access to the inner static class. So what do you mean by the static inner class? Means first of all, it is used for saving of a memory. As many as object of an inner class will be created, the memory allocation will be there in a stack. And to save the memory, we have to make the inner class static. So always the inner static class will be called with the class name of outer class, and all fields, it may have a static or a non-static fields. So always the name of a fields of a inner class will be called with the class name. The inner class static fields will be called with the inner class name, and the class inner class will be called with the outer class name. Object can't be created with a static class. So it is a basic thing which is, so it is just used for saving of a memory. As many as object we are creating, if we are not using a static class, so by using a static class the same thing can be achieved without creating an object of an inner class, just calling the inner class by the class name of outer class and its fields, we can save a bunch of memory. So let's try to understand with the practical also. So here in a previous example we have created already a car class. So here let me make my car class static. Here the word static is signifying that the inner class is now static, and all the fields which we have created in a previous lecture have been made static. This is private static my car model, private static this is my car wheel size, private static string my car color shade. Now what we have to do, here is this is a method and this is a instance method of a inner class. So as we have studied, a static class may have a static or a non-static member. So either fields are static but the method is non-static. So let me try to create a instance of a class. So here a class is outer class is created, and now since the inner class is static, so it will be called with the class name. So this is a outer class name, you may say, and this will be okay, this is a private. So let me first create is a public. Okay, so this will be public. You may say this one. Okay, you can see here now it is accessible. So here you can see this is a car and now this is my car. Okay, now the this instance of an inner class will be created with the outer class only. You can see now this is my car, new. Okay, now you can call the inner class instance method with this one. You can see this one. This is an instance of an inner static class. This is non-static member. This is my car details. From here we can achieve all the things what we did. Now, okay, let me call it, and what it will do, you can see from here. This is all the method. This will call the outer class also. This will compile all the things. This is creating an instance of this one, and now this will do all the things. And this will create all the things at right, and this will suppose, and let me this is a result 2, and now from here we are running, we will achieve the same from static class. So this is the way. Here we are creating the instance of inner class, and always the inner class will be called with the class outer class name only. Okay, now somehow it is hiding the private fields of a outer class. We are unable to see what is happening and what are the fields of outer class, because this inner class method is calling the fields of a outer class. Okay, and now it is getting print out in a result 2. So first we take it this one, and after that we will make this inner class private, and this private class will also be not visible to all. So we will create a method of outer class, and from in outer class, this is result 2. Later we will see the result, and let me first make another practical, that this inner class will be made private. So now we are unable to call it from the outer side. So this will be create an alarm. Here my car can't be called. So this will be okay. Now we are making it comment. Simply not making comment, simply we are deleting it. So what we have to do to see the result, we have to make a method in outer class, and this outer class will call inner class. This is static, so this will be called with the car dot my car. This is now car1, and it is calling, and now this outer class, this inner class object car1 is now calling this one, and we will call from the outer world this method, and it will do all the things whatever we did. So now let change the result with the result 3, and now let calling this outer class object, and it is now instance method of this one. So this will do all the things. So whatever what we have done the inner class static, and its fields are also static, and outer class fields are private. It is also inner class is also private, and we are simply created outer method, and it's from its object we are calling the outer method class, and we are hiding all the details whatever it is happening. Also the inner class is calling the other class, this MS Office file, this one, from where we are trying to create the result in a doc format later by the use of Apache POI. So now from the main method we are doing all the things, and let me run it, and we try to make the result in a result3.docs, and in both the result we will see. So first, in a first practical, what we did, the inner class was made public, and from the outer world we called an instance of a inner call 2. From there we have called the inner class method, and in the next practical what we did, we made the inner class private, and just by calling the outer class method only we completed all the work, and the result will be same. So let me first see the previous result. Okay, you can see this is result2.docs. This was the previous result where we have made our inner class public, and this is the result of that one. So let me close it, and let me see the result3.docs, this one. You can see this is result3.docs, and this was the result when we made inner class private. So you can see by doing so we can do the same thing by number of ways, and this is the way by which we are hiding all the things, and we are just calling the outer class method and achieving all the things. So let me close it, and this is local method inner class. So method inside the outer class will create an inner class and will have a scope of the class only up to method only. Okay, since the class is inside the method, so its scope will be only inside the method. Like method fields, the object of an inner class can be used within the method and do required work. Outer class method will only access the inner class through the instance of a outer class. So let me do this one. This is another way of this is by simply doing all the things by creating a method, and inside a method we are creating an inner class, and that inner class will call all the required class, and we will only call the method. Okay, so already we did same thing, but this is a type of class. So what we have to do, already we have a method, outer class method. This is a method, so let me eliminate this. Okay, now let me delete this. Now the static, this is a class, this is a private class. Now this is a my class, my car inner class. Okay, my private is not allowed here. Why it is so? Because it is inside a method. So this will be okay. Now all the things have been happened. So you can see this is a inner class. Let me eliminate this gap. Okay, so this is the inner class, and this is a local method. This is a method, and this method is now have a inner class, and this inner class have a method, this inner class method, and this method is doing all the things. It is calling the outer class members, and it is performing all the things. And now we can't be able to create an instance of this inner method outside this inner class, outside this method. We will only try to call this outer class method from the outer world, and this is doing all the things. Here it has created all the inner class method. And let me first try to modify this result in a result 4, and let me try to run it. So this is a car, and this is simply doing all the things. Now in this way, what we have done, it is showing certain warnings. What are the warnings? Let me see. Okay, this is a warning. Here the paragraph is. Okay, it is now we are not reaching up to the outer class, so this will. Okay, so okay, and now this one. Okay, now let me try to run it. Now you can see this result 4 has been obtained. Why it was so? Because we were calling from the outer side the outer class method, but the outer class method was not calling the inner class method. Okay, so from these two lines we have called from this outer class method the inner class method too, and from the result 4 we will observe the result. So let me open it, and we will see the same result in a result 4 too. So these are the methods by which we can achieve the goals of an inner class, or we can hide the different fields. And when we are going to make a big projects, these are the things which need to be understood in very depth in a class, and static in a class, local method in a class, because many times we have to do and require the things to hide the outer class methods, outer class fields, and we have to call the inner class fields, whatever. There are so many things we have to do, and the same result is obtained by another way. Okay, so let me close it, and let me try to understand anonymous class. Okay, so anonymous class, there is a class without names. So sometimes we need a class without any class name. And why it's so? Because sometimes we require objects using override methods of our interfaces, abstract classes, or a concrete class. Then we can create an anonymous class objects implementing interface, extending abstract class or a concrete class. So sometimes a method requires object of an interface or an abstract or a concrete class in argument. Then we can directly pass the object of an anonymous class with word new, which we will implement interface or extend abstract or a concrete class. Example, event listener or interface. So anonymous class is a class without name, and sometimes we require object of an interface and simply a class which is interface which is required, or sometime a method may be require an object of a class implementing interface or abstract class. So for a one-time purpose, we don't need to create a class and implement a interface or extend to abstract class. Just by creating with the word new, we can obtain an override method of a interface or abstract class, and we can do all the required things. So this is anonymous class. So this is also a very useful class even in case of event listener interface. When we are making a GUI based programming and we want object of a action event listener is an interface of type event listener, and we want suppose we action event, or we want a type of any method suppose is taking as a parameter object of an action event. On that case, we simply create an anonymous class implementing event listener, and we are simply by taking new, and we will simply use the override method of our interface, and we will do the required things of a in a button. Okay, the interface drivable, and this in this drivable or interface, here is an method without any method body. So suppose we want in any time we want any class implementing this drivable interface, and this we want the functioning of this drivable vehicle, we can make a body there. So let me first implement this. So there is no need to implement, we can directly create an anonymous class without any name. So what we can do here, we can simply call this interface. Okay, now this interface suppose is name is A, and this by creating this with this new, okay, and this drivable, and now you can see here it is method, and let be okay, and now here the abstract this method, complete abstract method, is now being called here, and now here we can do all the things. Okay, required things here, suppose we are writing the intro calling from anonymous. Okay, class, and this is from we have directly created anonymous class object implementing a drivable interface, and we are simply using the method drivable vehicle of an anonymous class, and we are taking the result in a console. Now from here we can call this one, and you will see in a console output this one. So let me first comment it, otherwise it will again call this one, and let me run it. We will see the result in a console, that whatever it is written over here will be printed in a console. So this is the way to understand calling from anonymous class. So what we did here, we have simply created an object of an anonymous class implementing the interface. We can clearly understand that interface can't be instantiated. So what we have to do, if we want to anytime we want a method, this override method in any time, so we simply create an instance anonymous class, and here is an object of anonymous class. This anonymous class is implementing a drivable interface and giving this abstract method, and here in a body we are doing the required work, and by calling the object of anonymous method and its override method, we are achieving the required targets. So this is all about anonymous class. In the case of event listener 2, we achieve the same thing. So we will see in various examples and various projects when we call event listener, and that there we will you will understand anonymous class in more detail. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to understand some more thing. Class hierarchy, this is the last one for this tutorial, singleton class, and this is important also. Singleton class, as the name suggests, it creates or restricts the number of objects of a class to one only. So when we want to restrict the instance of a class to create a singleton class, create a static, remember, create a static private field for an instance of a class, create a private constructor and initialize the field, create a method getInstance which will return the instance of a class. So this is the way to create a singleton class. And why we are doing so, why we are restricting the instance of a class to one only. So when the things which are restricted to one, we don't want to create the object of any class more than one. So on that case, this is a very important one to be remembered for the case of database connection. What happens in the case of banking transaction for a particular object of an account of a person, each time the number of connection with the database need to restricted with the one only. Otherwise what will happen, a person from two or more than two places will access the account at the same time and will do modification in account, and there will be huge discrepancy, especially in case of money transaction. So on that case there will be a restricted database connection. So each time when a person access to his account from one place, the database connection is created, and after completing for transaction only, the database connection will be created next. Otherwise, since one type of connection is created from one place, no any connection will be created. Otherwise there will be huge discrepancy, and later when you will create and when we will see what is the specific application of this one, from if any object of database is created from with a parented to a bank account from more than one, then there will be huge discrepancy. So this is a type of class singleton. So let me try to understand how we can restrict this one. So here I have created a BMW. Most of the time in any area in a particular since BMW is a little costly car, so I have to, for purpose of understanding, I have created a BMW. Since BMW is little costly, so I think in a nearby area it is even a one car is enough. So we are referencing that car. So this we want to restrict this BMW object to one only. So what we have done, this is a static, okay, and this is a instance, this is a field instance of type BMW, and now here it is calling a constructor of type BMW, okay, and now this constructor is a private and restricted to this class only. So from this constructor can't be come from outside this class. This will be called from this field only as we time, okay. Now this instance, and here this is two fields, these are two fields private, this is a string model and this is double price, okay, and these two fields have been initialized inside a private constructor, and this is a model this model is X1 on the price is 60.25 and this may be taken in a lakh. Okay, and see this is a getter. By this getter only we can get this field. So whenever we will get this field, this field will return an instance, and this instance is what is a new BMW, and this is a, so this cycle is creating an object. How it is, again I am repeating, this is a public static, so this will always be used with the car name. Okay, so static class, and this is a field instance of type BMW, and this is what is a new BMW. It is now calling this new BMW or new constructor of type BMW. So this new BMW is called by this one, and here constructor is initializing the private fields of a class. So this is model X1 and this is 60.25. This is a price of the this BMW. And now how we can get this field from outside this class? This may be, this also should be private. Okay, okay, this one. Now how we can, only this way. Okay, so by this get instance method will simply call what, this instance, this is the getter of this field, and this will return instance, and this instance will give a new BMW. Okay, so let me try to understand this one. So let me first comment this one. Okay, then only we can take the appropriate result in a console. So by commenting, okay, now we have commented this one. So let me first create a BMW. Okay, so this is BMW, and suppose this is my BMW. Okay, this is my BMW. Okay, and this is how we can create this BMW. By calling this one BMW dot get instance. Okay, this one. Okay, now my BMW object has been created, and this will simply call BMW dot get instance method, and it will return the instance, and the instance field is initialized with the new BMW, that is calling again a constructor, private constructor, and that has been initialized. So let me try to understand. Okay, my BMW. Okay, so let me try to create a toString method in this one, so that we can generate this toString method is to okay. So this override method of object class has been created to a string, and this will simply give in a console model and price. Okay, so in a vehicle this we have created, and now how we can see this object is restricted to one only. So let me create another object also. Okay, BMW, and this is your BMW. Okay, and is equal to BMW dot get instance. Okay, now let me see print out of also the hash code of this one. Okay, so this may be my BMW dot hash code, and by looking the hash code you can simply confirm that this is point to a same object. As many object you will create, this will point to a same object. So here you can see. Now let me first, okay, this may be your BMW dot to string, and this will be print same result, and also this command your BMW dot hash code. Okay, so these two objects are created from a same class, and we have to confirm that these two objects are pointing to a same objects, or we can't create more than one object. It is restricted to a one. Okay, so let me run it. You can see this one. Okay, so in both the cases, this is model X1 6.25, and see the hash code 10272. This is 677, and this is 677. From this hash code you can see this is a whether the name of object of a BMW has been given different, but this is pointing to a same object. So in the real case also, when we will make application programming and we will create number of object from a same singleton class, it will point to a same object, so the modification can't be possible different. So it will attach one each to another. So in case of threading and concurrency, we will study, and this is very useful in database programming, secure database connection programming. Okay, so I think in a class hierarchy we have studied almost all classes, and we have tried to explore these classes from theory and practical combination, and I hope you might have grabbed sufficient or amount of inputs, and by which you can explore more by yourself. And if there is any kind of problem, please write in a comment, and we will explore these all classes in a further practicals and further projects also. This tutorial is already a little bit long, so let me close here, and stay tuned with Java City, and bye for now.